Early Retirement Extreme by Jacob Lund Fisker is not your typical personal finance book. It is a philosophical, analytical, and deeply unconventional exploration of what it means to live well with financial independence. Rather than offering incremental tips for budgeting or investing, the book challenges the very foundation of modern consumer life and proposes a radically different lifestyle. One where early retirement is not only possible, but optimal. From the very beginning, Fisker invites readers to take a step back and examine the dominant script that most people follow without question. Go to school, get a job, buy a house, work for 4 decades, and then, maybe, retire at 60 or 65. But what if that entire structure is flawed? What if the normal path is not the only path, and certainly not the best one for everyone? Fisker, who has a background in theoretical physics, brings a systems-thinking approach to this question. Just as a physicist might analyze the interactions within a complex network, Fisker deconstructs modern life and rebuilds it from first principles. He looks at how time, money, and skills interact to either lock us into dependency or liberate us into independence. His core proposition is simple, but bold. By dramatically reducing your expenses and building self-sufficiency, you can reach financial independence within 5 to 10 years, regardless of income level. Right away, Fisker sets himself apart from traditional financial advice. He's not interested in helping you balance your budget so you can afford nicer things. He's interested in helping you redesign your life so that you don't need to spend money in the first place. In doing so, he presents early retirement not as an escape from work, but as a conscious choice to live life on your own terms, where time, freedom, and personal growth are the central currencies. Drawing on his background as a physicist, Fisker approaches personal finance with a systems-thinking mindset. He encourages readers to view life as an interconnected system rather than a series of isolated decisions. Instead of trying to fix money problems by earning more, he suggests designing a lifestyle that requires less. If your system is efficient, you don't need as many inputs, like a high salary or expensive possessions. This redefinition of success means that freedom and happiness become possible on a fraction of the typical income. Central to the book's strategy is the idea of saving a significant portion of your income. Ideally 75% or more. While this may sound extreme to many, Fisker demonstrates that it is achievable when you question assumptions about what you need. Housing, transportation, food, and entertainment are the major areas where people overspend, often to support appearances or fulfill expectations. By living deliberately and minimizing expenses, you can accumulate enough savings in a few short years to become financially independent. With a 75% savings rate, Fisker calculates that one could retire in just 5 to 7 years. The math is simple. The less you spend, the less you need to save to fund your retirement. For example, if you only need $7,000 a year to live comfortably, you only need about $230,000 invested at a 3% withdrawal rate to sustain you indefinitely. Contrast this with a common assumption that one needs millions to retire. The difference lies not in how much you make, but how little you need. This approach leads naturally to a lifestyle of voluntary simplicity. Fisker doesn't romanticize poverty or deprivation, but he does advocate for a mindful rejection of excess. The book challenges the consumerist mindset that equates material possessions with success or happiness. It invites readers to think critically about what truly brings value to their lives. Often, it's not the latest gadget or a fancy car, but time, freedom, relationships, and creative pursuits. A recurring theme in the book is the cultivation of skills. Rather than solving problems by spending money, Fisker encourages readers to build the competence to meet their own needs. Cooking, repairing, biking, growing food, and DIY projects become tools of liberation. Every skill you learn reduces your dependence on the market, saves money, and builds confidence. Instead of being a passive consumer, you become an active participant in your own life. Fisker is also critical of the modern economic model that promotes narrow specialization. Most people are trained to be experts in a specific job function, making them highly dependent on others for everything outside that niche. While specialization might make economic sense in a corporate setting, it creates personal fragility. If you lose your job or your field becomes obsolete, your life can quickly spiral. Instead, Fisker champions the idea of becoming a generalist, a Renaissance person, capable of adapting to various situations with a wide range of skills. He also encourages readers to design their lives for resilience. Rather than living paycheck to paycheck or relying on a single income stream, Fisker proposes building a lifestyle with built-in redundancies. That might mean multiple income sources, self-sufficient habits, strong social networks, and low fixed costs. A resilient life can absorb shocks, economic downturns, job losses, emergencies, without unraveling. On the investment side, Fisker recommends a conservative approach. Once you've minimized your expenses and accumulated savings, investing those funds wisely ensures you can sustain your lifestyle indefinitely. He suggests a safe withdrawal rate of around 3%, slightly more cautious than the popular 4% rule. This conservatism builds a margin of safety into your financial plan, allowing your money to last even in challenging market conditions. Time, not money, is the most precious resource in Fisker's worldview. The true reward of early retirement isn't endless leisure, but the freedom to choose how to spend your days. Without the burden of a 9-to-5 job, you gain the space to explore your interests, deepen relationships, pursue learning, and engage with the world on your own terms. The book is filled with reflections on how meaningful life becomes when it's not constrained by the demands of full-time work. Fisker also explores alternative economic systems such as bartering, gift economies, and communal living. He views community not as an optional extra, but as an essential component of a low-cost, high-value life. When people collaborate and share resources, they reduce waste and increase quality of life for everyone involved. Social capital, relationships based on mutual trust and support, can often replace financial capital in powerful ways. This lifestyle isn't without challenges. It requires deep self-discipline, a willingness to go against the grain, and a strong internal compass. Many people find it difficult to step away from the norms of consumer culture or face social pressures to conform. Fisker acknowledges this but maintains that the rewards are worth the effort. The path is not about sacrifice. It's about choosing a different kind of abundance. Critics of the book often point to its intensity. The writing is dense, filled with theory, and can come across as dogmatic. It's not a light read, nor is it intended to appeal to the masses. Fisker wrote it for those who are truly ready to challenge conventional assumptions and take control of their lives. It is a book for thinkers and tinkerers, people who are not afraid to take the hard road if it leads to a better destination. Ultimately, Early Retirement Extreme is about intentional living. It asks us to define our own values, build the skills to live by them, and step off the treadmill of consumerism. It's a call to design a life of freedom, creativity, and purpose, where work is optional, not mandatory, and where your time belongs to you. For those who resonate with its message, the book offers not just a strategy, but a philosophy and a way of life. In conclusion, Jacob Lund Fisker's Early Retirement Extreme is a radical, uncompromising invitation to rethink what we truly need, what we're really working for, and how we want to spend our lives. It's a powerful reminder that retirement is not a reward for a life spent working. It can be a conscious decision to live differently, sooner, and with far more intentionality. Fisker doesn't just want you to retire early. He wants you to be free from financial stress, social pressure, and the limits of narrow specialization. He presents a life where your days are filled with learning, connection, and creative problem-solving, not because you've escaped responsibility, but because you've redefined it. He challenges readers to consider that wealth is not about having more. It's about needing less. And by needing less, you gain more control, more peace, and more purpose. Early Retirement Extreme isn't just a financial blueprint. It's a blueprint for a life lived fully and freely, far from the noise of the rat race, and firmly rooted in what truly matters. Please don't follow me if you want to stay broken and middle class.